welcome everyone to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Vols will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So the Raging Cajuns offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks...
There he goes! And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. And the Raging Cajuns want to move quickly.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
He'll try to pick it up through the air. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Touchdown, Cajuns! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
That is tremendous toughness there by the quarterback because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will go to work for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game.
Turning it on! Got enough space! Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown ball! Setting up for the extra point and the top. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Woo!
deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, the offense got themselves in a bad position to start, but a nice change up there, handing it off and getting a lot of the yardage back, David, now to set up third and at least a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, and when it's third and forever like that, I'm thinking pass. So great job slipping the run in there. Running back now, putting them in a better position. But defensively, I still got them in third and long, still in a good situation here.
And they can't make the play on third down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This could be a real turning point in the game. Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the catch.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
They'll give it to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Looking for the score. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Raging Cajuns will hustle to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Raging Cajuns will send out the punt unit. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Moulton. Breaks into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Oh, they're after him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
The Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Power football with the run. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Still looking on the move. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Volunteer! He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The give is to Smith. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play.
And the defense gets home with the pressure and knocking down for a loss, but there are penalty markers down. Let's sort that out. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Raging Cajuns racing to the line in a hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Off from the shotgun. Still on his feet at the 45. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Got a man. It's Smith. Finds a crease at the 20. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Put themselves in a bit of a bind, but that last one is 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at half.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Shoots it to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Gonna take a shot. Makes a catch at the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Volunteers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Using the quick game. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Tennessee! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got 1 drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Hard running there. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. And the Raging Cajuns are in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. sack. It's complete to the right. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Pressure coming. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And it slips just inside that right upright. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moulton. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Time's dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Going for the big play. Touchdown ball! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I gotta tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Just feeds the running back. Turns it on in midfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
They'll try to run for it. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. The run from the shotgun. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The Raging Cajuns want to pick up the tempo. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They'll run play action. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. And the Raging Cajuns decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Wants to throw on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. He'll get rid of it. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground pick up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
For wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Raging Cajuns will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the...
There he goes! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Gets the back moving. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Vols are moving quickly down the field. Off play action on first down. Going downfield for the big play. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. There's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fired. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Looking for room. It's Moulton. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. To the ground, he's got it again. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Volunteer! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Is there anything this dude can't do? He's channeling his inner Condridge Holloway, Heath Schuler, or dare I say, the great Peyton Manning.
I bet he can't lead the band, Reese. I bet he's not allowed to do that. He's having himself a day, but he's not there yet. But, man, putting up some stats, doing what he wants. This offense is absolutely cooking.
Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And the Raging Cajuns in the hurry-up. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
They get to him as he throws. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Working that left side now. Turning it on! Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2. And they've moved closer and closer, and still they need 2 yards, third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Touchdown, Tennessee! Quick strike through the air for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Raging Cajuns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete, and it also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Snatches it on the right. Lots of running room. He's at the touchdown, Louisiana. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense has struggled, and you're down by 1,000. But I like that they continue to fight.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change.
Oh, he found a space on the right. Touchdown ball! And they take it in for 6 more points. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He'll step out of bounds at his own 13-yard line, and that will not go down on the teach tape for kick returns. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Gives it on the option. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Smith takes the handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him.
Fires one high and deep. Makes the grab on the right. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cajuns. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
So here is the Tennessee offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Right on the money. Across the 25, he's got room. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Volunteers moving quickly to the line. Gonna look downfield again. Got his man in the middle. Touchdown, Volunteer! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll leave it with him. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Bust through behind his pad. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. And the Raging Cajuns will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that are going to show in the film that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Fires left. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a